good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Nandito na naman tayo. Ang topic natin ngayon ay yung mga realizations ko sa buhay. Marami ito, pero I have limited for the purpose of today's vlog into 10 realizations, guys. Sana mag-enjoy kayo sa pakikinig ng topic natin today. Okay, so number one is, by the way, itong mga realizations ko, sinishare ko sa mga friends ko din. At saka sa mga batang nakakausap ko, kasi alam nyo naman yung trabaho ko sa school is, I talk to parents, I talk to students, every day, okay, in a daily basis. And I always have to make sure that I make sense in the way that I deal with them. And in order for me to be able to do that, I need to know how to value human beings, because it's very important that we know everyone's value. So, first, guys, is everyone is special, okay? Na-realize ko ito kasi noon when I was in school, at saka of course, nandun yung mga parents ko, and they were the ones, taking care of me, sheltering me, protecting me, giving the things that I needed, and giving me the things I needed. And of course, there were times that I just, thought about myself, how I could have good grades, how I could be the best student, how I could be the best kid, how I could excel, how my project can be the best project when I turn them in. Sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, yung mga projects na sinasubmit namin, next week pa ang due date niya. Yung sa akin, gagawin ko na ngayon kasi gusto ko ako ang mauna. Hindi naman ako nagmamata ng mga ibang bata noon, guys. Pero, growing up, I just learned that, everyone is special. Kung sa palagay ko, ako special, that I can do exceedingly and abundantly so many beautiful and great things in life, yung iba, meron din silang kakayahan. Hindi man sila magkaroon ng kakayahan na kagaya ko, or exactly what I have, but they have their own special traits, okay? And they have their own families that love them. They have their own specific talents and gifts that I don't have or may not have. Kaya, kung hindi natin kilala yung ibang tao, we just want to make sure that we treat them with respect and we treat them with kindness. Baka tanongin nyo, paano yung mga kilala mo nang hindi naman deserving i-treat with kindness? Just do our best, guys. We can do our best, to treat everyone the way we want to be treated. Pero pag hindi kaya, sabihin na lang natin sa sarili natin, next time. Okay? Next time, we are going to learn that. We are going to be accepting, and we're going to be consciously teaching ourselves to just accept other people. Hindi man natin sila maging kaibigan, or hindi man natin sila maging close to our heart, pero let's just treat them with respect. Na-realize ko ito, it was not early in my life, okay? I was already a teacher when, pag may behavior problem kasi yung mga bata, may tendency, hindi ko naman sinasabing tayong lahat, may tendency noon was, nandun na yung expectation, kahit na ayaw mo, na the kid will misbehave, However, I learned that this kid that misbehaves in my classroom has a family that loves him, has a mother who cares for him so much. And one thing that I tell the students is everything that happens in our life is temporary, and that even if you're here in my office right now because of a discipline problem or an issue, don't make this define you. And from me, there is no judgment. I don't judge those students, guys, because who am I to judge? Everyone needs to be treated with respect because they're in the period of growth. Ngayon, ganun sila. Pero in the future, I have seen students, I have seen kids that who change because they realize that they have this value, and they have to nurture the value that they have in order for them to reach their greatness. And then after 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, successful naman sila. All right? So we cannot predetermine the end and the future of the kids, even if they are not perfect right now. Just like us, God's work is not done in our life. Okay? So, but He will be faithful to complete it. He'll be faithful to complete it. He who started the work will be faithful to complete it in you. I love that song, guys. Okay, number 2. As long as I know my worth, I am good. Most of us, may not be all, we have this thinking that, we have to worry if others talk about us in a not so good way. Noon, iniisip ko kung I was like that ba before, na kapag may sinasabing iba yung mga tao, nag-worry ako. I think no. In my life, sinasabi ko ito kasi alam ko in my conversations and relationships with people na there are so many people that get affected by what others say. Pero ako kasi, I was so focused on how to improve myself, how to develop my knowledge, how to just be successful, how to accomplish great things so I can make my parents proud, para wag sila magbayad ng tuition sa school. Kaya busy ako sa mga ganung bagay. I did not have the chance to really completely or pay attention to what people say about me. Kahit na may mga nagbubuli sa akin noon, I just, would tell my dad, my mom, and they take care of it. But it did not affect me emotionally, psychologically, in any way. All right? So, as long as we know our worth, we're good. As long as I know my worth, I'm good. I know that I'm worth this much, this much, this much. And because of that, so sorry for the interruption, guys. And because of that knowledge of what I am, of what I can do, I continued to discover my own greatness, what I could do. Just want to let you know, I learned how to crochet when I was 3. I learned how to count and read some short words when I was 3. So I discovered the way to learn by myself. Of course, my dad, my mom, my grandma, Lola Agay, used to teach me some of the poems, declamation pieces, and I memorized them. I was 5 and I memorized lines in even whole poems, guys. So I knew that I was created to be really good. I know, or I knew during that time, that God has predestined me, destined me to greatness. Kaya I was not worried. I was not worried. I would just move forward, take my journey, looking forward and not looking sideways. You know, probably sideways. Nagkaroon ako ng looking sideways. Naalala ko yan. Noong nasa high school ako, because I wanted to have the highest grades in all my classes, guys. I would be like, what did my classmate get? Especially if they're close to or trying to have an equal footing with me in terms of academics. I would not allow that, guys. So I would just strive to study, write well. I remember yung mga teachers ko sa English, not sa elementary, high school at sa college, they would encourage me, you know, writing notes in my notebooks, in my assignments, in my essays, just motivating me to do better, to do good. And that those times were really priceless. You know, when you know that your teachers trust you, when you know that your teachers are recognizing your value and your abilities and your capacity to work and achieve great things. Priceless, guys. When I was in 6th grade, I was also trained by my teacher, science teacher, Mrs. Bustamante, to present a project, an experimental project. And she taught me really well. During that time, I was 12 and I didn't know what's going on. I just knew that I had to study. I had to answer my tests correctly. Pero yung experiment, ipil cola yun eh. Gumawa kami ng beverage out of ipil seeds. Kahit na hindi ko siya masyadong naintindihan before, despite the hours of hard work of my teacher, ngayon hindi ko talaga siya makalimutan. Okay? I still know the process. I still know the materials para gumawa ng ipil cola. Salamat, Ma'am Jo. Okay? So, yung mga ganong times sa buhay natin, they just did not make us know our worth. It didn't just make me know my worth. It increased my worth. Okay? And the way I saw myself, the way I regarded myself became bigger, guys. Okay? So, I think as long as I know my worth, I am good. Number 3, know your boundaries and be sure to draw the lines. Bakit importante ito para sa akin? Importante ito, guys, because sa trabaho natin, minsan meron mga assignment na binibigay sa atin at because magaling tayo, nakikita nila na kaya natin, bibigyan tayo ng additional assignment or lalaki yung expectations nila. Kaya sa maliit na accomplishment natin, hindi tayo na-recognize. Okay lang naman sa akin yon. Pero there are times, and I've seen this not only in myself, you know, in my own situation, pero yung ibang kakilala ko na burn out na because parang hindi sila hindi nila nagiging practice yung draw the lines, okay? Pero before we draw the lines, kailangan alam muna natin yung boundaries natin. So for example, sa trabaho, kapag ka sinabihan kang, okay, you're in charge of this, okay? Bili ng mga bulaklak. Okay lang naman yun. Okay? Because, you know, it doesn't cost much. It's not a big deal. Okay? Pero kung ang trabaho ikaw ang in charge ng isang malaking project, for example, tapos alam mo naman na hindi mo yon trabaho, you need to find a way to nicely know kung hanggang saan lang yung limit ng trabaho mo. At saka kung hanggang saan lang yung limit ng trabaho ng iba. Hindi lang yung trabaho mo, pero trabaho rin ng iba. Pwede naman kayong magtulungan kung kaya mo. Pero kung nafe-feel mo na hindi mo kaya and it's going to affect your performance when it comes to doing your basic assignment, your main job, then you have to nicely, politely, and kindly let them know. Kasi mahirap naman yung oo ka lang ng oo, tapos magrereklamo ka sa ibang tao na hindi mo kaya, na overwork ka, na napapagod ka, na mag-absent ka na lang dahil pagod ka. Hindi maganda yon. You know, it's nice to be honest to yourself and others. Kaya nga, when you know your boundaries, be sure to draw the lines. Yun yung sinasabi kong politely, kindly, nicely, respectfully, let them know na hindi mo kaya. Okay? When I applied for this new position, I let them know what I'm just capable of doing. Okay? Sabi ko, ito kaya kong gawin yan, hindi ko kayang gawin. And I was told that, yeah, you don't have to do that. So, I felt good because nasabi ko yung tama na nasa saloobin ko. Dahil ayoko nung uuwi ako ng bahay or nagdadrive ako, na iniisip ko yon na magulo ang isip ko. Kasi baka green na or red pa pala. Red pa yung traffic light. Nagda-drive pa rin ako. You know? So, yung mga ganon, I just wanna have peace of mind. I don't wanna have any burden in my heart and in my mind, guys. Yeah. So, know your boundaries and be sure to draw the lines. Marami yan applicability Yung, for example, gusto mong you're expected to help people or to help certain groups. Okay lang naman yon. You have to check your boundaries. Hanggang saan ako pwedeng tumulong? Hanggang magkano ang pwede kong ipadala? Okay? So, sa isang buwan, magkano ang pwede kong i-share? Pag hindi mo na kaya, you can tell them, politely, nicely, kindly, respectfully, na wag mo na ngayon. Hindi mo kaya. Okay? Kasi they have to know. I think sometimes yung hindi ko kayang sabihin, na i-ignore ko na lang. And pasensya na rin talaga kasi yung bang parang wala ka lang time magsabi, but it's not right. You need to communicate because communication is very important. Not just to clear your name, but also to make you feel good about yourself. Kasi sabi natin, di ba, magnify yourself before your own eyes. Kasi yun ang pinaka-importante. Yung alam mo na clear sa'yo yung sarili mo. That you appreciate yourself, take care of yourself, that you're good with yourself. Alright?